AITA for not inviting my son's partner to my wedding? I, 49M, am getting remarried to my fiancé, 41F, in a month, and the wedding preparations have gone well except for one issue. My fiancé's family is mostly conservative and thus not very supportive of same-sex relationships. And my fiancé's siblings plan to bring their children at our wedding, and they obviously wouldn't want their kids to witness a gay couple at our wedding, so then they'd need to explain the situation to them. So we decided to disinvite my son's 21M partner in his 20SM from our wedding so we could avoid such issues. I thought my son would be mature about it and understand our side. But instead he kicked up a huge fuss about it, saying that I'm acting homophobic and embarrassed by him, and that if his boyfriend can't attend the wedding then he won't either. I feel like he's being really unreasonable, especially cause him and his boyfriend haven't even been together for that long. So it's not like he's really entitled to be invited at any family events yet, and my fiancé does take my side. However, my son is vehement that I'm an asshole and even got his mom to essentially gang up on me about this issue. AITA? YTA. You've just shown your son where your loyalties lie, with your coward fiancé and her homophobic family instead of your own child. Don't be surprised when you're not invited to his wedding someday. Edit. Corrected genders. YTA. You made a major mistake and uninvited the wrong people. The bigots should be the ones told to not come, not your son's partner. You've essentially told him that you are ashamed of his perfectly normal lifestyle. I hope you are ready to be iced out of his life if you continue down this path. Edit based on Ops comment. I stand corrected. If your fiancé is defending her family's bigotry over your son's existence, then the one person you should have uninvited was her. YTA. Like, such an awe that I'm horrified for your son. You want to cut out your son's partner by blaming others' homophobia. It's disgusting and you should be ashamed. I thought my son would be mature about it. Gross. YTA. You have a gay son. Do you intend to hide this fact from your fiancé's family in the future? The fact that he is gay will not go away. Disinviting his partner because of the family you are marrying into and their feelings shows how shallow you are. I truly feel sorry for your son. You have shown him where your loyalties lie. Shame on you. At least your ex-wife has his back. When you said, "I thought my son would be mature about it," you imply that he is the one acting immature, when in fact you are the one acting immature by not being able to say, "This is my son and I love him for who he is." Your son deserves better than what you are giving. Yes, YTA. Why the hell would you want to invite homophobic people to your wedding knowing it will alienate your son? That's messed up. Are you going to make him hide forever? YTA. And you know it. You disinvited him to please homophobes. You're setting a precedent that you'll let your wife's family treat him horribly and make him hide himself. You are gladly marrying into this without a single shred of desire to stand up for your son or your own convictions. If you're not really homophobic. YTA. L hate the "how will I explain this to my kids" argument, and I hate even more that you caved to it. Homophobes 1. YTA. Why in the world would you disinclude your children to appease members of your fiancé's extended family? Especially when her family are homophobic, bigoted, closed-minded, and if they caused a fuss, would be extremely rude and inappropriate? I feel sad for your son that you aren't the type of parent who would staunchly defend him and tell your fiancé's family to suck it up or get out. Minimally, you could forewarn the conservative members that your son and his partner will be present, and that if they will have any problems with that at all, they should sit out the event. and make it clear that if they cause a fuss they will be kicked out. That's the answer here. You care about a bunch of bigots over your own kid? I hope you're planning on those people to care for you in your old age. And what exactly is wrong with kids seeing gay people? What about pregnant people? They've clearly had sex. YTA. You are throwing away your relationship with your son in favor of the bigoted family you are marrying into. Big YTA, and I can't believe you thought you'd get any other answer than this. I will never understand these parents who prefer to keep homophobes happy and not their gay children. What's next? Are you going to exclude him from everywhere in family gatherings? Or do you expect him to hide that he is gay so that your fiancé's family is happy? YTA. 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 This is your child. And you just showed him you do not have his back and that you want him to hide who he is. As for the kids at the wedding and their delicate sensibilities you, adults, are so worried about. Do these kids never leave home, watch any form of media, or use the internet? Guess what? They are going to see gay people whether or not you did the right thing by your son. Hopefully your son does the best thing for his mental health and goes no contact with you and your toxic new family. You can invite who you want to invite, but personally, I wouldn't be inviting people who would look down upon my son that way. You had many ways to solve the situation amicably. It's unfortunate that you chose the one way that puts the dirty work on your son. In a couple of years, why isn't my son visiting or calling me? I did nothing wrong. YTA. You've just told your son that your homophobic relatives are more important than he is. Uninvite the children. Stop being so cowardly. YTA and you are homophobic. You are sending the message to your son that who he is as a human being is unacceptable and embarrassing, and that's absolutely horrible of you. He's your son. Screw your fiancé's bigotry. The way to explain a gay couple to a child is to simply tell them that some people are gay. They'll be fine with it. That I'm acting homophobic and embarrassed by him. YTA, your son is correct. Horrible thing to do to your own flesh and blood. Shame on you. YTA. 100%. You're allowing your new wife's family to dictate how you show up for your own kid. It's completely reasonable that your kid is upset and is calling you out on the homophobia. Unless your in-laws' kids are locked in their house 24/7. They have seen a queer couple before, and will see them in the future. Edit to correct gender. You and your fiancé are assholes. And homophobic ones at that. Good luck repairing your relationship with your son. You are homophobic. YTA. You are ashamed of him. You're about to be married. And your fiancé's family doesn't know about your son? And you're not going to make even a small attempt to defend your son? I don't understand how you'd be comfortable getting into a family that rage against the existence of people like your son. Your language is also homophobic. What's there to witness, other than two people being together? Please reread what you just wrote and tell me that's not coming from a place of dismissal and homophobia. I'm sad for your son.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.